Hej! Jag heter Idol 43. Välkommen på min stream. Jag har en fantastic set of matches. I don't know why I've started speaking Swedish to intro it, but welcome! How's it going? It's day 6 here of the Showdown. Saturday. It's a day of fighting. I'm ready. Hopefully you are for 4 epic bouts. But what are them 4 big time matches? Well, up first is Braun Breaker versus the phenomenal AJ Styles. After that, we go to the Battle of the Shield. It's Moxley versus Roman. From there, Jasmine Nix takes on the television champion Natalya. And last and no means least, our main event, Nia Jax versus Alexa Bliss. We've got a good card tonight in terms of the action that's going to be involved. So why don't we ready ourselves into the first bout? I've been playing a bit of 2K25 today, trying to get enough points to unlock some of the new cards, or my faction cards, to utilize in the showdown, or the run towards the showdown, and holy moly, they cost a lot. Anyway, our opening bout will be the phenomenal AJ Styles taking on the badass dog, Braun Breaker. This is going to be probably an all-out war, of which I'm ready for. Can you guys feel the energy for it? Because it's going to be big, it's going to be brutal, and it's going to be happening right about now. Into the underground here tonight, as IPW Underground kind of returns here in San Jose, and the dogs are loose here tonight. Breaker.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Woodstock, Georgia, weighing in at 230 pounds, Braun Breaker.
Breaker looking to bounce back here tonight in the Green League. 0-1 is his record. It's only fitting we talk about records here in the Underground. Breaker losing in his first outing to Kenny Omega. He's looking to bounce back here against Styles, who also suffered a loss in his opener to the Demon, Finn Balor. One will be going ahead with points here tonight, unless we get a count out and then we're tied at 1 point each. So let's get underway. Talk about AJ Styles. Styles, he brought it to the Demon night 1 of the tournament. I thought he was genuinely going to win it, but turns out he didn't have enough in the tank to hang with the Demon. He stomped his way with a couple.
From Gainesville, Georgia, weighing in at 218 pounds, the phenomenal AJ Styles.
A couple of 1916s to secure the dub over the phenomenal one. AJ tonight, I'd say the competition stays relatively even for him. Breaker's becoming a monster of a performer. And with that explosive offense, he's making a name for himself as a guy that will cut you in half with any form of spear. Nail. I know it says Nal on the walls there. It's a bit weird that they're getting cut off. It's almost like they didn't design any of the graphics for this arena. Regardless of that, crowd chanting for the NXT talent that was Bron Breakker. Styles obviously skipped developmental, went straight to the main roster, and he took over as a main event star. Here tonight, he's going up against the guy that has taken that long road to the top through NXT, becoming North American champ, then the main champion in NXT, to finally make his way to the main roster, win the Intercontinental Championship, and now potentially lay stakes to the top spot in WWE. But tonight, it's all about IPW. It's all about the road to the Showdown. Styles right now beginning to work over the arm, applying the pressure here to Breakker. Takes now reversed position here, does Breakker, as he rakes down on the arm, just applying the pressure to the joint. Styles in a lot of pain. It's an uncomfortable position to have the arm bent behind the back like that. Good snapmare takedown there by Breakker into the headlock. Continuing the pressure as we stare at our referee's ass here. Always a nice sight to see. Our referees know how to position themselves as we focus in on the pin. Breakker looking for the win early. Quick kick out there from Styles. Tie up once again. Styles, headlock around Breakker's neck. Breakker somehow pushes Styles off with ease. Takes the waistlock. Continuing the pressure, Styles takes down Breakker into the headlock. And continuing to wrench on this position. Trying to work over the neck here is Styles of Breakker. Potentially set up for a knockout shot in the form of the Styles Clash. Breakker gonna try and slow down that tempo. And I think he's gonna, never mind, not slow it down, pick it up in the corner, setting up Styles for something. Styles reverses out of it. Comes through, Shining Wizard, dropping Breakker. Breakker quickly out of the pin. Styles sends him running. And a phenomenal drop kick there. As the action spills to the outside. Let's have a little check-in on the green division. Obviously, if you missed yesterday's show, then you will have missed The Rock taking top spot in the division, picking up a victory against the Undisputed Champion. And that certainly puts this division on notice, this league I should say, because if the champion's beatable, anyone can win this league. Spear from Braun as he takes the stomach of Styles out of his body with how much of a snap that was. Picking up the pace here is Breakker as he drops an elbow and now coming through with a fast combination, setting Styles up and brings him down. Nice vertical suplex there. Continuing the pressure of just tossing Styles around. forcing Styles' body to ache more and more as the damage stacks up and up. Breaker, a gut punch there. Now sending Styles running. Styles reverses that position and sends Breaker running into another drop kick. Rod again sending Styles running a leapfrog up and down with the Frankensteiner. Breaker sizing up AJ, picks him up, slams him in the corner and tosses him. Vicious punch there. Putting damage down onto Breaker now is Styles a chop block to take out the knee. Try and slow down Breaker. Not let him get up to speed as easily as he would like to. Breaker fighting out of the grasp of AJ, gets him on his shoulders and brings him down with a lawn blower. The straps are coming down following suit. And Breaker, what's he thinking here? Watching on, trying to get Styles back to a vertical base. Styles actually catching Breaker. This seemed a little weird from my perspective, but Breaker fights out the grasp of AJ. Comes through, grabs a hold of him, just chucking him over his head. And the badass dog. The hounds are barking here in San Jose as the spear connects. Snapping AJ in half for the second time of this bout. Into the pin goes Breaker. So nearly a dub here for him. Cannot get the job done just yet. AJ running on fumes. Needs to look, needs to find his way back into this, but another spear from Breaker cuts him in half. And that is it. The badass dog rights a wrong. Secures 3 points in the Showdown tournament. A pretty dominant performance from Breaker in a redemption bout to move him forward in the tournament. We know that he can realistically do some damage. And we've said that this division is a close one outside of maybe the champ, but even then the champion's already losing. People are starting to step up, and Breaker is one of them. Remember, there's only 4 spots in each league for the Showdown pay-per-view. And they all will be filled by the top scoring stars. Everyone else goes home empty-handed, alone, and no beneficial result for them. I do feel, though, that maybe
Here is your winner, Braun Breaker.
the chances of a title match, if you can beat the champion, will go up. But winning the tournament, getting to the live event, is going to be what sets you apart from the rest. As we round out this opening bout for tonight, we move into the Battle of the Shield. Roman Reigns versus the bad man that is Jon Moxley. I'm undecided on how this one will go. But let's be honest, both men bring that aura, that crazy style, that will to win but only one can do so here. The tournament is ramping up, and well, it's about to get a little bit crazier. We saw week one, a lot of good results. Will them results continue as we get the underground ready for the OTC? A different song, a different feel for Roman here tonight. As the underground needs to acknowledge him. The tribal chief again on his own, set to compete, set to face the best.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Pensacola, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, Roman Reigns!
Both these men victorious in their opening round matchup. Roman, a decisive victory, spearing and cutting his opponent in half, a similar style to what we saw from Bron Breakker, to pick up the victory. Moxley, on the other hand, lucky. Simply put, he won via countout, and it was against a very game opponent in Kurt Angle. Angle obviously fought yesterday in a losing effort to the former Undisputed Champion Will Ospreay, thus making this division a very close battle at the top. Ospreay sitting on 6 points. One of these two men may join him or close in on him if Moxley is to win. Roman, he wants to remain atop of this league, with only one champion sitting in it in the form of Randall Keith Orton. Tribal Chief, set tonight to claim his spot atop of this division. Remember, you must fight everyone once on the road to the Showdown. In total, that is 7 matches.
From Cincinnati, Ohio, weighing in at 225 pounds, John Moxley!
Realistically speaking, winning 4 will almost guarantee you a spot at the Showdown. I should rephrase that. Winning cleanly with 3 points will get you to the pay-per-view, the live event, whatever you want to call it. Not capable or able to do that, then you're in a tough spot. We may have to have tiebreaker matches set in play. That will certainly be factored in as we close in towards the Showdown. I believe on the 5th and 6th of July. Indeed, I am correct. Good job, me. But let's focus back in on this matchup. Roman and Moxley out of the gates fast. Roman quicker to the shot, though, as he begins to work his way over Jon Moxley. Both men, former world champions. in WWE. Moxley, current AEW World Champion, bringing in that new era of competition. Moxley's ground and pound style, that dirty tactics of just a beat 'em up kind of bruiser, going to be on full display here against Roman, who will, in a similar sort of fashion, grind you down and then come crashing in with the hard-hitting offense. Meeting of the minds as they tie up in the center of the ring. Roman overpowering Moxley here. A referee breaks it up as they tie up yet again. Moxley taking the side headlock position. Cranking, but caught and back drop suplexed. Here by Roman, who's quickly into the cover. I believe our referee's name is Adrian Butler. Calling here for the Underground. For tonight only. But he doesn't seem to really want to move out the way of the camera sometimes, as he's in prime position of just being an absolute nuisance. Either way, Roman stomping his way through the arm of Jon Moxley. Deadlift up and down with the power bomb. Just planting Moxley, and Moxley needs a reprieve. Rolls to the outside, but Roman not gonna give him that space. Continuing the pressure on his former Shield compatriot. And you look at Jon Moxley from the Shield days, a completely different look and feel to how he is now. That lunatic fringe, now a more calculated, sinister foe who just runs rampant on in a division as the Superman punch is evaded. Moxley aware of what was to come. We're up to a 7 count. An 8. Roman makes it back in. I thought maybe, just maybe, we're getting a repeat of Moxley's opening bout. And that is an interesting style. Count-out victories. It's 2 points a pop. 2 times 7 is 14. You would probably, if you continued that trend, win every one of your bouts via count-out, make it to the Showdown. But we'll have to see as Roman calls Moxley to his feet, sends him running, drop down, tilt the world slam, puts Moxley down to the floor. Moxley, though, fights his way back to his feet. We already know he's evaded one Superman punch. Does he have to do it again? He might not get that opportunity as Roman continuing the pressure. Just stunning him across that top rope. Into the pin he goes. Kick out in the nick of time for Moxley. But Roman sizing him up. Target locked. Flying in the corner with a splash and a scoop. And then the slam. Moxley in trouble. As Roman continuing to just bully him. The OTC sensing blood in the water, which is a surprising factor that we haven't seen yet. Spear from Roman. Cuts Moxley in half. But Mox kicks out just in time. Caught, though, with a neck breaker once he made his way to his feet. And Roman continuing to strike. His splash misses, and Moxley sizing him up, channeling his inner Rollins with the stomp. The Shield on full display, and Moxley's looking to choke out Roman. The rear naked choke fought out of by Reigns as he gets to a vertical base, and the combination of strikes comes flying through. Moxley returns the favor, comes through, up with a back body drop there from Roman. Versus whatever Moxley may have been thinking. I could have been a pile driver. A Gaunt style pile driver, but no. Not going to come into fruition just yet. Instead, Roman turning the tides in his favor. I thought maybe a spear was imminent. But a different plan here for Reigns. Scoop and a slam dropping Moxley, and this is where the shot gets called. He cocks his fist. Superman punch connects. Roman not done. It's time for the ooh and the wah. Spear. Cuts in half Jon Moxley. Near to the ropes though is Mox. Grabs it. But Roman still gets the victory. Our referee screwing Jon. I don't think that is how this match should have ended. I'm slightly upset with that result because this was a back and forth bout. But the result is a Moxley loss, a Roman victory. As Reigns' theme plays, the Tribal Chief stays in the top spot of this league. Speaking of that, of a league, we're going to the Teal League now. Jasmine Nix, Natalya, both looking for their first points here in the road to the Showdown. Only one can claim them points. Will it be Fatal Influences Jasmine Nix? Can the champ Natalya keep control?
Here is your winner, Roman Reigns.
A great bout cut short by a dodgy referee. Let's move over to our next bout after a quick break. So I need to quickly sort something. Yee-haw. Bang. Welcome back into the underground for our third bout of the evening in the Teal League. As the music, Fatal Influence, hits the arena.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring, representing Fatal Influence from New York, Jack Man
Nix is here for a fight. Jasmine Nix obviously suffering a loss in her opening bout of this tournament to Julia. Julia obviously then went on to lose against Roxanne yesterday, keeping the Teal League in a very interesting spot. There's no out-and-out leader in this league, as everyone is on 3 points. We won't find out until, well, later on tonight. Well, tomorrow. Who will take top spot? As I am realizing
the undisputed women's television champion.
this is the wrong bout. I apologize. This is completely the wrong bout. You're not supposed to be getting Natalia versus Jasmine Nix today. I don't know how I've messed this up, but in actuality, you're supposed to be getting Io Sky versus Natalia. So let me just find the graphic for that. There we go. In actuality, this is the bout you're getting. It is Io versus Natalia. I don't know how I've messed that up, but yes, the match order matters. It needs to be Io Natalia tonight, and then on tomorrow, we're actually going to see Jasmine Nix fight against Fallon Henley. Yeah. I was slightly confused about that. Anywho, back into the underground we go. With the correct match this time. As the dun-dun-duns begin, we will see potentially someone take firm control.
The following is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring, representing Damage Control from Tokyo, Japan, Io Sky.
Someone might be taking firm control of the Teal League if Io can win. She has a difficult road ahead of her because of the fact that it is literally against the television champion. One can assume this will be a brutal contest. One is hoping it is, as well. As Natalya looking to bounce back here.
And her opponent from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, the undisputed women's television champion,
Natalya losing in the opening matchup against, simply put, the greatest champion in IPW. Tonight, a bounce back is needed if she is to go towards the top of this division and not fall flat on her face, which is never something you want to see. So get underway here. Io connecting first into the roll-up. Collar and elbow tie-up. Center of the ring. And again, they lock up. Io got the better of the first exchange. This time, Natalya, the better position, pushing her opponent into the corner. Nice slam there from Natalya. Taking control of the situation. Beginning to wrench down. Io now back to a vertical base, sends Natalya running. A leapfrog and a drop down combo into the flapjack. Natalya kind of being stunned here. Obviously, we know that this division is filled with top talent. That, as a whole, Natalya may not fit nicely into, considering everyone else's skills and assets. But she is champion. That earned her a right to compete in this tournament. She's actually starting to work over Io here. A roll-up attempt comes through. A quick kick out as we've replaced our referee here tonight. It's no longer Adrian Butler. Big man Gregathy drawing the action here in the underground. Natalya just walking over the body of Io Sky. Sends her over the top rope. Begins to chase down her opponent. Working over the legs. Smart offense here from Natalya. Knows that, well, her key way to win will be that submission hold, the sharpshooter. So maintaining a pressure onto that knee is a smart piece of offense. She does opt for a pin there. Io fights out of it quite quickly and gets back to her feet. Dodges a strike but cannot evade the second and third. She does get out of the way of the fifth and takes a hold of Natalya. Both women staring each other down, but the discus lariat from Natalya setting up Io for a pretty brutal ending. The television champion sizing up Io, locking in that sharp shooter. The legs were already worked over. Io in trouble. Natalya breaks the hold herself, realizing a little bit more needs to be done to win this match. Io still fighting, still strong, solid as can be. But she has been grounded pretty heavily. Io needs to find a way back in. Nice super kick there. Straight jacket S suplex. Does not keep Natalya down for long. And in fact, Natalya has Io up and down the military press slam. But Io hooking up Natalya, the Koji clutch in play. Almost immediately, Natalya fighting out of the grasp of Io. The television champion is rolling. A drop kick puts Io down on the floor. Natalya follows suit. Drop kick to the spine of Io. A referee starts to issue a count. Natalya on the apron, calling for the support of the fans because she is about to lock it in. Quite close to the ropes, but it's still a favorable position. Io, though, pushing quickly out of that hold, realizes the danger of being trapped in the sharpshooter. Natalya, though, unrelenting, goes for the pin. 1, 2. Oh, nearly a victory here for Natalya. Showing the will of a champion, the dominance that's needed to stay atop of a division. And Natalya, I came into this match thinking was the heavy underdog. But she is taking it to Io. And Sky just cannot find a means into this one. Grounded and worked over these legs so heavily. Io, I'm thinking, might be struggling to run if she makes it to a vertical base. She probably can't climb to the top rope without experiencing a lot of pain as Natalya surfboard stretch into the submission hold. Io hoisted aloft in the ring. Natalya lets go the hold, but Io nips up quickly. It's surprising she does this. The stomp, though, misses. And Natalya comes flying through with a drop kick. Television champion. Showing such grace, such poise. But Io, she's coming back. Stomping now at the arm of Natalya. Weakening the grip, maybe, of the champion. Making it harder for her to realistically go for them submissions. Yeah. Taking Natalya into the corner. Puts her on the top rope. That's not a good position. Maybe a splash fly inbound, but that's a discus lariat from the champ. Into the cover she goes. 1, 2. How in the world is Io still in this? She sends Natalya running out of the ring. I thought maybe she was going to go flying hops to just slide out. Continue the pressure onto Natalya. But Natty still in it. Still fighting. But trapped on the outside right now. Io utilizing the ref count to apply as much pressure as possible. Big time knee there. Surprised it didn't bust open Natalya. Maybe the second will. Up to a 5 count. Make it a 6. Io smartly going to try and drag Natalya back into the ring. 7. Io sent running away. Natalya's back in the ring at 8. Io not moving. A 9 count. Quickly, or slowly trying to get to her feet. Slides in before the 10. A kick and a combo coming through. Half and half suplex. Puts Natalya down on the mat. And the Io's heading up top. The high rent district. Her home. And that moonsault presses her friend. But it misses. Natalya trying to fight back. Sends Io into the corner. Punching striking her way to a target, but Io Shote connecting. Natalya in trouble as Sky setting her up for a double axe handle. Calling for it. It's Io. A combination of strikes dropping Natalya. In her own right, working over the leg. That left leg of Natalya. Keeping the pressure on. The tides of this match have certainly changed. As Io sending Natalya to the top rope. The punch, the slap connects, whatever you call it. As Natalya hooked up for an avalanche Spanish fly. Io landing it perfectly. Cannot capitalize with a pin just yet, instead opting to go up top once more for the moonsault press. The genius of the Sky looking to turn around victory in her favor, but cannot do so as Natalya, the resiliency of a champion, kicking out in the nick of time. Io starting to wonder what she must do to win. Oh no, Io caught Natalya drop kicking Io, but Io rolls through, does not take the brunt of that soul to the face. Instead, a drop kick to the knee. Both women down, both women rolling. Natalya trying to buy some space on the outside. She does manage to fight off Io. Get to a vertical base. Drag her back into the ring. Natalya, you have to feel. Sensing victory as a sharpshooter coming through. Turns Io over and locks it in deep. Wrenching on the back. Io taps out. And a television champ victorious against a difficult opponent. Oh my word. This is insane because the Teal League, it's still close. No one is out and out winning here. 3 points split across 1, 2, 4, 6 people. Only Jasmine Nix and Lyra Valkyria sit without 3 points, and guess what? Fallon versus Nix is tomorrow. And Lyra, she fights in 2 weeks' time. Well, a week on Monday's time against Michelle McCool. If both of them win against McCool and Fallon, well, simply put, this is no one's game in the Teal League. Everyone is in a victorious position.
Here is your winner, Natalya!
But as it stands, the television champ victorious here tonight in the co-main event, which leads us into the main event. Nia Jax, Alexa Bliss. A matchup we've seen several times over. This time, it's personal. Alexa looking for a first victory in the tournament. Nia looking to sit alongside Liv Morgan atop of this league. It's going to be a bloody brawl, one of which I'm struggling to decide who will come out on top. So, as we ready ourselves for action. Who you got to win this? Will it be Nia Jax, or will it be Little Miss Bliss? Let's find out. As we enter the underground for the final time tonight in New York. Different look.
The following is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from San Diego, California, Nia Jax.
A different look, but the same attitude. Nia Jax here to claim her spot in the Showdown. This is the battle of the big and the small here tonight in our main event. Jax, the tallest combatant in the women's division, fighting up against one of the smallest in Alexa Bliss.
And her opponent from Columbus, Ohio, Alexa Bliss.
Bliss ready for this with Lily in hand. This isn't the same woman who faced Nia several years ago. No longer a goddess, more of a twisted nightmare. And while she has maintained a strong wrestling resume, Bliss's accolades have slowed down over recent years, while Nia's have just grown. The first and inaugural IPW Undisputed Women's World Champion. Ready for battle, just stacking up Bliss for an early pin. And we've said it before, every time we see Nia Jax compete, the early goings are always in her favor, and it usually leads to a dominant performance from her. She's stomping her way through the leg of Alexa. Just delivering some massive strikes. Realistically speaking, Bliss needs to get Jax to the mat as soon as possible. But it's a hard thing to do when your stature is so small. You can't really lift up Jax. You can't deliver a knockout shot, as the power that you would have generated from your muscles isn't as potent as you might think. As we're seeing right now, Jax is just shaking off the shots from Bliss. An Irish whip reversal though from Alexa, utilizing the strength of Jax to get a favorable position. There's that knockout strike from Bliss, setting up insult. No injury there. And this is a great position for Bliss. Jax trapped on the mat, though this might be a mistake. Bringing her to her feet. Jax, STO, caught. Oh my word, that one punch from Nia could have potentially knocked out Alexa there. Only a 1 count. Nia working over the neck here of Alexa. Just deadlifting her. up to a military press position. And just dropping her down. It's a long way to fall. Somehow Alexa still fighting. Taking the action to the outside here. Might not be the wisest of choices. As Nia tries to send Bliss running into stairs. Bliss reversing out the holds. Kick to the groin. Working over Nia. STO. This time gonna come through. But Jax wary. Catching Bliss as she gets back to a vertical base. Both women giving it their all, trading positions in the early goings. Jax taking control right now, just slingshotting Bliss's neck across that top rope into the pin. Not for the win just yet. Rake. Jaded maybe? From this position, Bliss just dropped. Lifted and dropped. As Jax applying the pressure. Tries to catch Bliss. Cannot do so. Bliss hanging onto the rope. But caught with a spinning back fist. Jax and Bliss now on the outside. Jax comes running in with a lariat. Fired up after that one. Jax is cooking. Drops the leg onto the arm of Bliss. Continuing to just work over the spine now is Jax. Brings Alexa back into the ring. Remember, in Jax's case, I feel she does not want a count-out victory. She wants to win on pure power alone inside the ring. Alexa gonna try and stop it. Backbreaker to put Nia to the mat. A drop kick to follow suit again. Alexa heads to the second rope. Nice missile drop kick. Puts down Nia. But Jax has been very quick to get back to a vertical base. Alexa needs to do a lot more damage if she is to really keep Jax down and out. Insult with the injury might do it. A pinfall attempt. Alexa into the cover. A 2 count though. Only the best that can come off of it. Jax on wobbly legs right now. Is Bliss trying to lift her up? That is a mistake. Nia gonna capitalize. Sends Alexa into the rope. Just pushing. Utilizing the steel cords in our ring ropes to just leave marks on the back of Alexa. Bliss though, finding a way back in, heads up top. I think we might be getting a bit of Twisted Bliss connecting. Jax in trouble as the pin comes through for a 2. This is what Alexa needs to do. Nia has been one of the most dominant women in this division. With and without the belt. She has been a menace. Tonight, she's having a difficult time against Alexa, who tries to slingshot her off the top rope. Jax tries to connect with a splash after Alexa's missed maneuver. Cannot connect. Instead, Alexa going to come through, arm dragging down Nia, and the frustration visible on Jax's face, as she realistically didn't expect Alexa to get the better in the wrestling prowess game. A drop down from Alexa. Leapfrog. That's a forearm strike, I believe. Jax, though, catching a hold of Alexa. Up into the powerbomb position. Now Fireman's carry. Just putting her across that top rope. Alexa fights off the grasp of Nia. Comes through. Lariat. It's a 2K comeback. That leg lariat as well. Connecting is Alexa. Trying to size the opportunity up. Insult to injury. Pinfall attempt for Bliss. It's not enough. What more does Alexa have for this matchup? Tries to lift Nia again and gets met with the body of Jax, who puts her down on the mat. Nia sensing it's time to end it. But Bliss, wise to it, catches her, hooks her up. Blissful DDT. And crawls into the cover. Could this be it? Legs hooked. And it is. The night of upsets. As Alexa Bliss shuts up Nia Jax. A massive performance from her to shake up this Gold League. With that victory, Alexa joins Nia Jax on 3 points. And that, my friends, is what we call a turnabout is fair play. Tonight we've seen upsets galore. We've seen people taking control of their own destiny. The second round of action has been epic so far.
Here is your winner, Alexa Bliss.
But one thing's for sure, we have one more set of action this week, tomorrow. I just wanted to keep the camera on her for a second. There we go. Tomorrow, we kick things off on Sunday, a similar sort of time to what we did today, with the voice of the voiceless fighting Finn Balor, the Demon. It's CM Punk Balor to kick us off. From there, the green, I'm not colorblind, I swear. The Pink League is in action. Randall Keith Orton, the television champion, will go toe-to-toe with the Ring General, Gunther, in a bit of a brawl there. From there, it's to the Gold League as Rhea Ripley, the Eradicator, takes on Chelsea Green. That's going to be a surprising one, I feel. And lastly, the main event of Sunday. The Teal League sees a battle of the fatal influence. It is Fallon Henley, the undisputed Women's World Champion, taking on Jasmine Nix. That's going to be an epic conclusion to the night. And to this week, don't forget, the Showdown is on hiatus for a week. Literally next week. So, with that in mind, I have of course been Izzo33, your fantastic host with the most here tonight. If you enjoyed all of the action, leave a like down below. Subscribe if you're new around here if you want to. As we close in on the end of week 1, I'll see you for tomorrow's action. Peace out.